Hello Hawks, this is Coach Pentecost. Today I'm going to be taking you through our formation tags and adjustments. A tag is a word we can add to a base formation to adjust where one or two players align. First up is zoom. Zoom is simple. It just tells the Z receiver to switch sides of the formation. Normally the Z aligns to the call side. Now he will align away from the call side. Here are our four primary base formations with the Z aligned normally. Here are those same formations with the zoom tag, moving the Z to the back side. Note that he stays inside the X receiver, splitting the difference to the O line. Next up is heavy. Heavy tells the X, Y, and F to switch sides. Normally the X and F are away from the call, while the Y is to the call. In heavy, the X and F are to the call, while the Y is away from the call. Here are those same four formations shown normally. And here are those formations with a heavy tag applied. The Z receiver has to move in to accommodate the X now being outside him, and in heavy hawk right, the H moves out as he is now the number one wide receiver. Next up is tough, another easy one. This just means that rather than have the Y on the line in a 3-point stance, he is now off the line and a balanced 2-point stance, and the Z is now on the line rather than off the line as he usually is. You can see our normal alignment here. And here's the tough adjustment, with the Y off the line and the Z on the line. X-ray tells the X to align to the call side. It's basically zoom, but for the X. Here's the X shown in his usual spot to the backside. And here we see X-ray, the X moving to become the number one wide receiver to the call side, and the other receivers adjusting as needed. Nasty brings all the receivers into a very reduced split. Here the wide receivers are shown with their usual splits. And here are the wide receivers in nasty splits. Flip just tells the X and Z to switch spots. Usually the X is away from the call on the line, while the Z is to the call off the line. And flip just tells them to flip spots. Riz and Liz tell the F to line up as a receiver, stacked behind the number one wide receiver to either the right or the left. Here we see the F in his usual spot. Then on the top of the screen we see Liz with the F stacked out wide to the left. Then on the bottom we see Riz with the F stacked out wide to the right. Strong tells the F to align to the call, rather than away from the call as he does normally. Here we see our standard four formations with the F away from the call. And in strong, the F now aligns to the call side. Notice that on the bottom left of the screen in pro, this means the H has to move back away from the call because of where the F moved to.